Bourbon Bar back in 2012 in Northern Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's funny because when we did that, everybody said it wouldn't work. They're like, you can't just serve bourbon. I'm like, hell, I can't. It's like, it's going to be a little different. It's not just going to be like, you're going to come in and we're going to pour you bourbon. I trained the bartenders and myself, a good 6 months before we, we started opening everything. We learned every single bottle that was on the back of that bar, learning about 6 months of training, 4 to 6 months they had to learn. And they had to learn everything from like the history of the bottles and the bourbon, what they were made up of. Not, they didn't have to memorize the mash bill, but they had to have an idea of whether it was like a wheated or, a high rye or something about it, where it was from. But they also needed to know how to talk to customers about bourbon. They had to know how to make a novice feel really comfortable, drinking bourbon for like the first time.
Yep.
And they also had to be able to talk to enthusiasts, in a very smart way. So we accomplished that when we opened the Old Kentucky Bourbon Bar. And I really got into it that way. When I'm into something, I dive all the way in. Every single bottle, like every week we'd have new bottles coming in. And of course we'd have a lot of reps come in and taste us on bottles as well. And we got to learn absolutely everything. Like we would sit there every Tuesday, go through all the new bottles that came in, and we would research every single one of them. So we had a good plan of action, and then we would compare them to other bottles. So we could be like, well, you like this one? You like Maker's Mark? You need to try this one. Like we had a great way to suggest bottles. So that's how I got into it.